Okay, so this is my gaming PC. This is, I downloaded OBS this morning. I put one of my thumbnails in the background. I've set up what would appear to be a stream setup, right? So the goal from today's video is we want you guys to be able to take literally a moment from stream that's already in a vertical layout by the click of a button, by just one click of a button. So, and then we'll get into like the settings and whatnot as well. Actually, we should probably do that first. So let's actually do that first, because the thing about the Aitum plugin, when we download that, is it will go by your output settings as is. All right, so I have this, let me go to advanced mode, recording, okay. Custom audio replay buffer, okay. Oh my God, why does it auto default to that? So if you, oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. So by the way, just a heads up, everything that I'm gonna be talking about is coming from the standpoint of NVIDIA GPU. What's up, Bruce? I already did. That's what we did in episode 1. I did a thumbnail tutorial in episode 1. I went over how I use AI to make thumbnails. So make sure you go check out episode 1 after this if you want to see that segment. Yeah, so just a heads up, I'm using NVIDIA for this. And again, one of the things that we're going to be using today is ChatGPT. Because you just motherfuckers just sleep on this way too much. Way too much. So let's start off with that. So what I would want to do is, I wonder if I should do the whole thing or if I should just walk you guys through what I would do. Okay, if you are curious about your rig, what I would do in this situation is I would say, I am streaming. Oops. This is how I'd figure out exactly the settings that I would want. I am streaming to OBS using one PC. So gaming and streaming from my main gaming PC. I have a GTX 5080 and it's with a, fuck, I can't remember. Guys, any tech nerds in here? What's the crazy AMD, the crazy AMD processor? What is that? Guys, it really doesn't matter which one you use. I'm just using ChatGPT. This is what I use. I use ChatGPT for everything. Does AMD have a good OBS encoders now? Yeah, it's like, I have like the X93. Does that sound right? 9300? Ryzen 995? Oh, wait, maybe there's a new one. Or is there one that's like a 9800 or something? Sync? I think I have that one. So maybe mine's outdated now already. What the fuck, boys? That's what it is. With a AMD 9800 X3D processor. Okay. I'm just showing you guys how I would set this up. So you would set this up with whatever your rig is and whatever your goals are. So my goals would be, I want to stream to YouTube at, I'll just say 1080p, because if I was running a single PC setup, that's what I would be doing. Stream to YouTube at 1080p and record from the same PC in OBS using because the newer, I think it's 40 series and above GPUs, they have a dual encoding. Using the dual encoding from my graphics card, for example, I think it's NVENC. I want to use, I believe, NVENC H264. Yeah. I want to use NVENC H264 for streaming, and I want to use for recording. Where is it? Video encoder. Wait, why did that? Video encoder. I want to use HEVC, which I think is 265, right? Technically, that's 265, right? I'm pretty. I want to use NVENC. Isn't it HVEC or whatever? Or HEVC for recording. And what this does is it doesn't. Okay, I'm not too tech savvy to actually explain the exact. But the way Fire broke this down to me is the GPUs, the newer GPUs. Does AMD have this, by the way? Have two ways to encode built into the GPU. So that's what I've set up in my OBS is instead of using 264 for both streaming and recording, I use 264 for streaming. I think it's 265 for recording. I think that's what HEVC is. I thought there was a 265 option for some reason for recording. So I'm streaming to OBS using one PC. So gaming and streaming from my main gaming PC of a GTX, RTX. Why did I say GTX? What the fuck? Oh, is that what you meant by that? Is that what you meant by that? In an AMD 9800X3D processor, I want to stream to YouTube at 1080 and record to the same PC in OBS. Again, you guys just want to set that up to just be a general recording because when you do Aitum, it's going to use your encoding software. Using the dual encoding for my graphics card, for example, I want to use for streaming and recording. What are the best settings for OBS to do this without lagging and without causing stutter and lag from my game? You do that, it will literally, okay, that's what I thought. So HEVC is 265. So that is how I have it set up on my end with the newer cards. So somebody says, I got a 3070 Ti, I got to upgrade. Nanny, the point from this is go use AI and fucking say that. Like talk to AI like you're talking to a person, just like this scenario here. So in the moment you feel like, fuck man, I can't do this because I don't have a dual encoder. No, like go in to an AI and literally say what your build is and say what you want to accomplish, and it will give you a straight up rundown down the line. Now, you might not be able to record your verticals, for example, in 1080p, or you might have to lower some of the bit rate down. Like it will tell you if certain thing, like high quality, conservative. So like in those scenarios, you might need to go the conservative route. So that way you don't experience, buffer and whatnot. Same thing if you're adding multi-streaming. So like in multi-stream situations, I say this is I want to multi-stream to these other platforms. And then when it gives me the options for the other platforms like Kick or Facebook and Twitch, I use these smaller options because I want the best quality to be YouTube. So we don't need to actually go through these settings here. This is just an example of like in your situation with your build to figure out the best thing for you to do in setting this up. This is what you would want to do. So that way you can get your recording options, yada, yada, yada. Now, I know that with streaming, for me, if I was streaming from one PC, I'm gonna do constant bit rate for streaming. I'm gonna do 10,000. I probably actually do 9,000 just to lower that a little bit. I'm gonna do 2 second. I'm gonna do P5 because I want the YouTube stream to be high quality. I think it's 2 passes, quarter resolution, disable look ahead, and that's what I'm doing for streaming. And then recording, to get my best quality, I'm gonna do constant QP, and I think it's the lower the number, the better. I'm pretty sure. I think 18 is actually higher quality, but again, it's like 2 second, yada yada yada. So this is how I would set up my streaming and recording at the same time. Because again, hires No, yeah, I was gonna say, I think lower is better. I think like 17 is like literally lossless quality. Honestly, it might have even told me in here. Yeah, 18 to 20. 18 is near lossless. 20 is good quality, but it's smaller files. Yeah. See, dude, guys, I had to ask that, but then I'm like, AI literally gave it to me right there. Okay. So now I have OBS set up to be able to stream and record from one PC. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Aitum. When you go to Aitum, here's the thing where some people, when we've been talking about Aitum, this is where they're going wrong. Look, I don't know who made Aitum. I don't know who manages it. This shit right here is dog shit. Do not install this. Do not install the Stream Suite. And what this does is it's like their version of like a Stream Elements overlay. Like it changes your whole entire OBS. The downside from this is, I don't know if they put out an update, you can't backtrack your vertical successfully. It's like super muddy and weird. It's like very confusing. And Backtrack, for those wondering, is what we want to do today. That's replay buffer or shadow play. That is what is going to give us our opportunity to where if I click a button right now, everything I just rambled off for the last 90 seconds, it's boom, vertical format, clip, ready to go. Done. So that's what we want. And if you go to the Aitum TV and you scroll down, you download the vertical plugin. So you download that. Where's it at? There it goes. Do I have to close OBS for this? Just install it, finish. Might have to. Or is it automatically? Yeah, I'm gonna close OBS. Try it. Close OBS. Okay. There it is. It's vertical. Chat out of the way. So now I have a vertical. I don't think for the sake of like the video right now, we don't need to do the multi-stream whatnot, but this is where like you get the multi-stream plugin as well. This is what I use for mine, for me to be able to multi-stream. So anyways, so now you have this vertical box over here. I've used replay buffer, not live before, and it works perfect, but when live, it tanks my OBS for bingo. You need to adjust your settings. That's where what I just did with AI comes in handy. And this is where, like, guys, this is where in these situations, I say that some of you guys need to sacrifice shit. And there's got to be a give or take somewhere. Everybody, like some people have, old PCs. Somebody said they had the 3070 Ti. That's still a great GPU. And maybe you have a good processor in there. But the reality is, in this day and age, to be able to do all these things, it just takes a lot. And games nowadays too, especially if you're playing a dog shit optimized game like Call of Duty, like it's going to cause some load. This is where you need to seriously sit down and say, is it worth the performance to do X, Y, and Z? This is where you could use AI, for example, to say, I want to stream at 900p, not 1080p, to save a little bit. And you want to record at 720p. And when I say record at 720p, you might be like, oh my God, no, there's no way I can do that. That's going to be horrible quality. Guys, you have no idea how many clips on the internet go viral that are in the most dog shit resolution. You guys have no idea. Some of the biggest clips from the biggest creators are just people literally taking a clip from Twitch or YouTube or Kick, and they're cutting it down on their PC. So it's a horrible clip. It's already a lower bit rate, lower encoded clip from the website in itself to where they chop it up, they put it online, and then those clips blow up. You guys don't have to have 1440p. You don't have to have 1080p. You don't have to have all these crazy things. So in those situations, when you say like you can't use replay buffer when you're live, which is kind of, it defeats the purpose to not use it when you're not live. That's the whole point, is to be able to get it in the moment so you can control getting the clips yourself so you don't have to rely on other people. It's probably best that maybe you sacrifice some things. It's probably best that maybe you lower the quality and the resolution of the stream overall and lower the recording quality so that way you can just get shit out. Because again, the whole point of this is in 2025, you're competing for ease and time, man. Like, everybody makes everything seem like it's so hard, it's impossible. Yada, yada, yada. Brother, do 720p and then just render it out higher. Yeah, you could do that too. But even still, even if you just render it at 720p and post it to TikTok, brother, 98% of people aren't going to know the fucking difference. As long as it's a good clip that gets a good moment, like, it is what it is. Okay. So now we have the vertical scene here. I'm going to set up this to be less cluttered. I do scenes and sources together. So swap. So vertical scene, vertical sources. So I'm going to add the things that I've already done, which is create a game. So like, let's say that that's the game playing. That's your game capture. Then I'm going to add what would be my cam. Again, let's say that that's my cam. I'm going to square it up the top up here. You guys don't have to use overlays too. You guys can just literally just snap fill this. Right click on the game, hit transform, center horizontally, boom. And you could honestly be done right there. You don't have to have an overlay and shit. I do have an overlay, which I think is pretty dope. Shout out to the guys who made this, Fuzi. And then I do a media source, Cambox, and then that's where I get my overlay in there. Gonna line that up to look good up there. Move it up there. And then boom. My vertical's automatically set up to go. Just like that. It's automatically set up. And then the key thing that you're going to be looking for in this is this guy right here. Either A, just clicking that button, or if you click this settings tab, this is where you can actually control the shit from this. So this is where you can, wow, it starts off automatically at 5 seconds. I do 90 seconds. So what this is this is Backtrack. Exclamation point GFX, if you guys want to see who made my graphics. So this is called Backtrack. This is replay buffer. This is shadow play. This is capturing X amount previous of what happened in stream. This is where you can just hit a button, capture something that just happened, and boom, the clip's done. So I do 90 seconds. Backtrack runs while streaming and recording. So that way it's just automatic. It's just going. I think, do you have to click? I can't remember. Do you guys have to click this button? Yeah. So make sure that's checked, by the way. I'm pretty sure you have to make sure that's checked, right? But yeah, settings. Output path is going to be going to my videos. This is where you can control your streaming. So if you're going to use this vertical plugin to like stream to TikTok or YouTube vertically, this is where you would use that. And then recording, this is where you can, if you hit the record button, this is where you can control specifically the recording. So if you want to capture moments in your stream that are lower quality, so that way you at least have a clip and you save time from having to take a clip from like Twitch, YouTube, Kick, yada, yada, yada. And like taking it from horizontal to vertical, because it'll save you all that time. If you want to just have lower quality to at least get a clip and do that, that's fine. And then like you actually like have content you want to record. This is where you can set up a higher quality record button. That right there. I don't ever use that personally. That's just me. Because if I'm going to record something, I just record it in the normal layout. Yeah. That's a good question. Why did I stop using Meld? I stopped using Meld. Eventually, here's the thing. I'm going to go to Meld at some point. I need to actually talk with those guys and see when these things are coming. I want to be able to control resolutions specifically. Meld is a little bit more automatic in the sense of things. So like, I want to specifically, and let me know if this has changed. So when I was testing Meld, you couldn't even do 1440p or 1440p recording. You couldn't even do either one of those things. So that's one thing right there. The second thing is when I multi-streamed, I couldn't go live to YouTube at 1440, Kick at 1080, and some of the other ones at like 720. Because if I was to multi-stream to Twitch, for example, that's what I would do. I would give Twitch the 720p, 3000 bitrate stream, low quality stream. And then I would do Kick at like 1080 because, you know, it's ad free over there. And feel like it's a better viewing experience for people. And then I would give YouTube the highest quality because, you know, as I get pushed into the feed and the algorithm and shit, I want people to actually enjoy what they're watching. That's like the primary place because that VOD's going to stay up and I want people to watch the VOD. So I stopped using Meld because at the time I couldn't control those things. Can't change quality and bitrate per platform. You can't do, yeah, right. That's why I stopped using it for the time being. To my understanding, at some point, that's all going to be available in Meld. So I will eventually be using Meld for sure. I personally think Meld's the future. I like the company. I like the people at the company behind it. I like their customer support. I like their updates. I think they're going to be the best. And eventually what they're going to end up doing is Meld is going to be a ultimate. They want to be able to make it to where when you clip something, you could just edit it from Meld. You wouldn't even need to bring it into Premiere to edit it and cut it down. You would be able to remove, like, for example, to my understanding, what Meld is eventually going to be is like, if I clip this, like if I clipped like 30 seconds, like something happened here in the vertical format and I'm using Meld and I clip that from Meld, I could say, okay, remove this overlay, remove animations, remove certain soundtracks. And I can edit it directly from Meld. I think they essentially just want to end up becoming a CapCut version of a streaming software where there's no need to use anything else. You wouldn't have to download Premiere Pro, DaVinci, any of that shit. Yeah. Which is, I mean, they got to be far away from that, but it's going to be pretty big when they do that shit. Pretty big. So anyways, so you got the backtrack option. You can also keybind shit too. I can't remember where that is. I just use my mouse. Anytime you see like something funny happen and you guys see me do this right here in stream, it's because I'm just literally clicking that button. But yeah, you can save your backtrack hotkey, your start backtrack hotkey, and stop backtrack hotkey. Yeah. Easy peasy. And that's it. Once you get that, once this is enabled, you do the settings, you do 90 seconds, you figure out where to go. You're using your recording for the backtrack. You're using these settings that you did earlier, and you're done. That's it. I click something now, backtrack saved. I go to my videos. There it is. Clip, ready to go. You don't edit it down. You don't move it around. You take that. If you want to bring it into your editing software and cut it up, you do that. That's what I do. I had a little title, something at the start. That's it. You're done. It's literally that fucking easy. And any of you can do it at any PC build. Again, you might have to sacrifice some things. You might have to do everything at 720p. But I can't emphasize enough that as long as shit runs smoothly and you have good audio, guys, 720p is still just fine. Just fine. It really is that fucking easy, dude. There's not much to it, man. There's not much thought process behind it. It's just that fucking easy. Look at Meld versus OBS. As OBS is MS-DOS and Meld is Windows. Okay, well now you're getting way above my pay grade. Where the video using AI for thumbnails, it's the last YouTube workshop stream. So if you go to my YouTube channel. Yeah, Meld's UI is just so fucking good, boys. So good. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you go to playlist and you see YouTube workshop, that's where you're gonna find the other stream. Yeah. So playlist, what I should do is for $1, that's on you. Shut the fuck up. I'll do this for you guys. You blow up. Check in on your shit. But I definitely, let's knock this out. let's knock this out. So 211. I'll just say, I'll do this. AI thumbnail tutorial at 211. What was it? 211. Oh, 00. Now you should be able to just go there. Like, so say you're watching the stream. No edits, no fancy this out. So there you go. That way, easy peasy. So this probably just denied AI mode to get, so that's what we did in the last one. We did a video on, like this thumbnail right here is 100% AI. And like, obviously you look down, you look into it, you can tell like there's certain things that, but like when it's a small version, when it's on YouTube, you ain't gonna be able to tell. You ain't gonna be able to fucking tell. Yeah. So that video is in there. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. One reason I'm still on Twitch at this point. Wait, why? What's up? All right, while we're here, anything that you guys got? I have to go do a big Gamba stream today over on Kick. You guys want to be a part of that? Make sure you guys head on over to Kick here in a little bit. But anything else while we're here? Anything that was confusing about this? Anything to go over? Anything working for you guys? I didn't do that last time, and I want to start doing that a little bit more. Have you guys found any like, oh, hey, dude, I fucking did this on Facebook. I did this on TikTok, and like, I got fucking few 100,000 views. Does it matter if you use display capture or game capture? So I have a dual PC setup. So I do a window capture. Miss Mother Lucker, welcome to Kick. Appreciate you. I use a thing called Moonlight, which I have tutorial on my channel, by the way, of how to set that up if you have dual PC. There used to be a time where like, yeah, you would want to use display capture over game capture with like, but guys, this was a long time ago. This was like my blackout days because Call of Duty's so horribly optimized. There was a time where you wanted to use display capture and not the game capture because the game capture would cause stuttering or something. But I feel like we're out of that time frame. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I want to say we're in a different era. I really do. I know how some people will read this, but hey, at least I can be honest. Nowhere near fan funding on YouTube. Slowly getting there, in my opinion. Wait, what do you mean? Okay, well, there you go. So Trey says game capture fucks up Riot games so bad. So again, guys, maybe it's like a AI thing. Maybe it's an AI thing. Yeah. Could be an AI thing. By the way, guys, how's the cam looking today? You guys notice anything a little different from usual? Let me pull up a previous stream, actually. He's like, I would just go for a run. You guys notice anything a little different from here to here? That's a little wider of a shot too, huh? But it's a little sharper, a little cleaner. The stash is back too, yeah. I'm not saying, I mean, it'd be unethical to say that I already have like a Sony A7 IV and I'm testing it out on the stream, right? That'd be unethical. It wouldn't be possible because it doesn't come out to the 19th. But it would be pretty cool if I was testing a Sony A7 IV on stream right now, wouldn't it? All hypotheticals. With that being said, I will be getting the A7 V. And I'm going to be doing some test stuff on it. Yeah. I'm going to be doing some test stuff on it. Is YouTuber alerts better now? I used to stream and alerts never came through like subs. It's a little delayed. Yeah, it's a little delayed. Kyle, it's like one of those things where it's like, man. So like when something happens, it's pretty fast. So like if you were to join the members club, if you guys were all to hit ! join right now, and you guys were to join the members club, or if you guys were to do a super chat, that's going to be almost just as fast as anything else. The delay is subs in the filters. Now, while we've been live, you guys might have seen multiple times a sub animation came up. So it's registering it on the alert, but like I don't see it. Like I just now on the list seen that Craig and Lupa subscribe to the YouTube channel. But also too, you get to a point, follower alerts and sub alerts, like YouTube sub, not like paying membership alerts, those, they become less necessary to like acknowledge so actively. I wish Aitum came with the direct connection to TikTok so you could stream without a stream key. So let me explain that, by the way, because a lot of people shit on the platforms for this or the software. That's TikTok, guys. Yep. So let me explain this to you guys. That is because TikTok is a fucking dog shit app. And what TikTok wants is they want to control everything. And this is why, Gramps, even if, so, and by the way, maybe we should go over that one time in one of these videos. So, Gramps, you actually can stream directly to TikTok from OBS using Aitum. So what you would do is you would use the multi-stream feature. You would create a vertical canvas. And then, unfortunately, the only workaround right now is you have to use Restream. But you don't actually have to use Restream. What you do is you go to Restream. I don't know if I can do this without like having an account on here. Yeah, I have to sign up and everything. So when you sign up for Restream, it gives you like the bullshit of like you have to have an overlay, yada, yada, yada. Well, hold on, Trey. Just let me explain this one, and then you can explain yours. There's a long... Okay, well, this is just a fast process. So what you do is you go to Restream, you sign up an account, you go to the RTMSP or RTMPS, whatever access, and you click the TikTok option there, and you connect your Restream account to TikTok. Now, you're going to have to request access to do this, but once that access goes through, you can take that link and in the vertical, which, why don't we just do that real quick, actually? There we go. So I'm going to download, I got to close OBS again. Dude, OBS has been crashing like a fucking motherfucker lately. Download multi for free. Let's install this. Yeah, this is how a lot of us do it. But the thing is, TikTok is still dog shit. Because running... why is this not downloading? There we go. TikTok is still dog shit because Gramps, even if, let's say Aitum had a stream key access, okay? Or if you use this, TikTok is so fucking petty that because you don't use the TikTok Live Studio app, they punish you and they actually restrict your reach. And I know I hate that I have to say that because I hate the cop out of like people saying like I'm shadow banned and shit. Cause like that's what it sounds like you're essentially doing, but it is actually confirmed true. Yeah, TikTok actually restricts your reach by not using the studio app. That is fucking crazy. That's insane. TikTok wants to control their shit and wants you downloading their app. So they have their shit on your computer installed. TikTok is literally the only platform that hasn't given Aitum a stream key to use yet. Well, like so OBS has a multi-stream output option too, and you can't use it in that neither. There used to be a time where you could just go to your live section on TikTok and you could just get a stream key made. And if you work with an agency, you can get one. I got one, but again, even if you just stream from OBS using that, from Aitum using a stream key, it does the same thing. So, but yeah, did I install that? Let me install this real quick. Okay, now let's go to OBS. So I'll just show you though, like if you were to do that, like how that would look, how that would work. Why can I not click and drag this? Where's the Aitum multi-stream? There we go. So let's build this into, let's just do this right here. Actually, let's put it right here so that way we get the full. So once you download the Aitum multi-stream, and once you go to Restream, sign up, just create a RTMS, or guys, which one is it? RTP? RTMPS? What is it again? What is that multi-stream? You guys know what I'm talking about? We create a server. RTMPS. Okay, I was right. So once you do that, and TikTok says, yeah, here's you're connected to Restream, and you'll have a link for that. You go to the multi-stream, you create a vertical canvas, you add an output, and that's where you do another service. And then on Restream, it will show you the server and the stream key. And then you just title that TikTok. And once you create that, like you literally go live from here. What up, peeps? Hello, hello. I've been hitting leg day. Actually, I have not been hitting leg day hard. I do actually need to hit it more. I think Meld, I think you can separate the video bitrate now if you switch between Rumble and YouTube. I know nothing about Rumble. What up, DJ? Hey, we got a Gamba stream coming in today, GJ. You're gonna want to be around for that. We're gonna be doing 10v10 bonus hunt battles, big power hour giveaways, a couple other things. So be ready to head over to Kick here, probably about, I don't know, like 20 minutes. So yeah, that's what you would do. You'd create that output right there. Yeah. Any other things, guys? I really hope a lot of people take advantage of this vertical stuff. I think there are just so many funny fucking creators, good creators out there that just think they don't have the time, they don't have the software, hardware to do these things. They overcomplicate it. They're not good editors, things like that. Guys, man, dude, you really, yeah, guys, you don't have to fucking overthink shit. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Let's look at some of the, like, there's not, like, even this, it's just, you're talking about, listen, I know a lot of people don't like this, but at some point you just got to understand, people grow up, we age over time, Battlefield is made. That's all I did. I took that clip, just like how I showed you guys how to set all this up. At the start, I put a red box, Battlefield versus Call of Duty, because it's a controversial thing. But even still, you can use AI and say, I have this clip where I'm talking about Battlefield and Call of Duty and how Battlefield is and how Call of Duty is. Can you give me some title suggestions? And this is what they even did. They gave me this. Call of Duty versus Battlefield, the ultimate FPS, yada, yada, yada. And this is just a clip from stream. And on YouTube, it's like 250,000 views. I think on Instagram, it's like 1 million views. On Facebook, it's like, I think this one got 1 million views. And it's literally, somebody said something, I said some shit, and I hit that fucking clip button. And at the end of the stream, I took it into Premiere, I cut it up, like cut out the dead space, and then boom, I put it online. Like, guys, it doesn't have to be as difficult and overthought out as much as you make it seem. Once you set up that option, if a crazy moment happens on Kick, or like somebody brings up something and you maybe give them a little heat, if something happens to where you're like, you know what, I think that would make a good clip, you hit the fucking button, you chop it up after the stream's over, and you fucking post it. It really, like, you just do it. What's your take on people bitching about this AI thumbnail situation, though, E? Let me tell you guys this. There was a time on YouTube where people bitched that people put money into their thumbnails. And what I mean by this is there was a time where, like, say you're an up-and-coming creator, you would complain that thumbnails were even a thing because you would be like, well, it's not fair, Big E, because you either have graphic design knowledge or you can afford to pay somebody to do a thumb. I'm not even fucking kidding, guys. I'm not even kidding. There was a time where people bitched about this. They were like, thumbnails aren't fair because I don't have the time or I don't have the understanding to create a thumbnail. No matter what happens, you will always have a time. You will always have people that will just bitch about shit. So there's no point in stressing about it. At the end of the day, guys, I know this is very cynical, but this is the reality of the shit, right? This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to just be having a good time. I just want to show you the tools to make you having a good time and turning it into content super easy. In 5 years, half the things that people are stressing about are going to be redundant because the people that are bitching about the things most likely aren't going to put any work into themselves over those 5 years. And it comes down to you just enjoying your time and being as active and learning and improving and utilizing the things that are there. So you just let the people that bitch about them worry about bitching, and you guys take advantage of the shit. That's my take. Because at the end of the day, at some point in your life, you're going to fucking die. And everything that we're talking about isn't going to matter. These are going to be the littlest things that you're going to stress about in the end of your days, in the end of your time. It's most likely just going to be looking back and reminiscing about memories of family and friends and shit. And all this type of stuff won't even be in your thought process, guys. Your thought process. So when people bitch about these things, and what up, them? When people bitch about these things because they don't want to utilize them, let them. And just fucking ignore them. Dude, guys, mute people on Twitter. Just fucking mute people on the internet. Block people on the internet. Just do it. Just fucking do it. It will help you exponentially. You don't have to address everybody. You don't have to interact with everybody. A couple of my buddies, they're very big on, what's up, John? They're very big. Like, listen, I'll just say who they are. I love them to death. Like Rob and Jay, they're very active on interacting with their comments and shit. And they've always had these like talks of like, man, E, you should get in your comments more. And I'm like, I love that you guys do that. It's not me. I'm good, man. Post and goes. You ain't worth my fucking time. And I know in stream, I give people a little too much attention than what they deserve. I know. And I need to do a better job at that myself. I really should. I hear you guys sometimes. I play with the food a little too much, and then it drags it out because it invites the conversation. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if somebody dislikes you, or somebody dislikes what you do, or somebody dislikes a feature, if somebody dislikes a platform, and that's what they have it sold in their head, they're just going to be that way. If somebody's a Twitch dick rider and they hate YouTube and Kick and all these other platforms, and they're like, no, you're never going to sell it to them. And it's not your job to sell it to them. It doesn't fucking matter because it doesn't affect you. So there's no point of having your energy built into that. Same thing with using the AI shit. While all these motherfuckers are yapping about AI and using AI for thumbnails, and it's not right. You shouldn't be doing this shit. Yada yada yada. I'm gonna be using it every fucking day to create bomb ass fucking thumbnails and get better at the thumbnails and learn what gets clicks, what doesn't get clicks. So that way my streams keep doing well and my community keeps fucking growing. And if you don't want to use it, you don't want to use it. I'm not going to try to fucking kick and drag you to use it. I'm not going to try to justify why I use it. If I even have to explain it, I think that's the dumbest thing ever. Like, using AI gives you the ability to, when you're a up and comer, to have your own personal graphic design assistants. Really. Those are mostly people intimidated by AI. Bingo. How do you see your live shorts with the new feature? Good question. You don't. The only way with the dual output feature to see your vertical version of your stream is you got to get on your phone from another account and scroll the shorts feed, and maybe you'll find it. And that's what people like miss on the point of that. It's not supposed to be a vertical version of your stream. It is supposed to take your stream and advertise it in the vertical format. So people are looking for their page to have like, you know, a variation. I mean, and guys, don't get me wrong. Like, look at this, 47,000 views. But like, Nobody watches this shit. Nobody goes back and watches this in the VOD. Yeah, I tested the short shit too. I tested it. I know. It fucking juices. I get it. I'm telling you right now, this 47,000 viewed stream, it doesn't even compare to this 2.6 thousand viewed stream. I wonder if we can even look at the analytics. Let's see. Good morning, YouTube. When YouTube fucked up or something? Shut the fuck up. Ah, no, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Guys. What are we fucking talking about? What are we talking about? So here's the vertical stream. But Biggie, you don't understand. Like, I get 47,000 views when I stream vertical. Average view duration, 24 fucking seconds. New subscribers, sure. That's a lot of new subscribers. Okay. I get that. Horizontal stream. Average view duration. A minute or an hour and 13 minutes. An hour and 13 fucking minutes. You guys realize how valuable that is? This doesn't even come remotely close to how valuable that is. Even subs, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll take no subs in that watch time. You guys have no idea. You have no fucking idea. Let's see. Can I do this? Analytics? Sure can. Guys. What are we fucking talking about? That vertical stream made $2.41 in ad rev. That horizontal stream, only like $15 of that is members. That's it. Now imagine doing that day in, day out. Every day. You're just going live, you're just hanging out. That's all you're doing. You're just going live, hanging out for a specific amount of hours. I get it, guys. I know that you get more views. I know you guys have been accustomed to, like, you do a short stream, it's like, okay, I can see it. It's like, yes, you can see it because you're making a live stream. You're going live on your channel in a shorts format. The point of the new feature is you're not doing that. You're going live in a horizontal format, a standard format. And they're taking your horizontal stream and advertising it to the shorts feed. That's what you're doing with that. Even after this weekend, Trey, they don't have the vertical option. Yeah, but they're Trey, what they're doing is they're creating two streams. Yeah, and the VODs live there. People actually watch the VODs. Now, on my channel, I don't have that big of a gaming community yet on my main channel. So not a lot of people watch the gaming streams. However, you know, I did the last week I did my workshop stream. So this is 738 views after published. After the stream was done. So like lifetime now, it's at 1.5K views. So when I ended the stream, it was at like 700 views. And since then, it's got another 700 views. Wouldn't vertical be good for dual streaming just to get the new subs? Here's a caveat to that. A lot of people get, like I showed you guys that one stream got me 900 subs. You guys have to understand. That's why subs and followers are just such a fucking annoying metric. You have to understand that those 900 people that subscribed in the shorts, most likely they consume shorts daily. They're shorts viewers. So wouldn't it be good to get more subs in a shorts feed? Not necessarily. You're just getting shorts subscribers. I can't remember what the recent stats were, but I think it was like, there was like 1 to 2 billion monthly users who only watch shorts on YouTube now. I wonder if I can find that. How many? I wonder. I can't remember what the. I'm trying to ask ChatGPT. Dude, you got my wife hates how involved in fucking AI I am. That who gives a shit, man? Mine doesn't either. Who cares? It's still going to advertise your horizontal stream into the feed. You guys should be taking advantage of it now while it's here. Whatever, your cam doesn't go into it, that's fine. That's fine. It's still going to get pushed. Harsh reality, new subs from vertical shorts won't do anything if your focus is not vertical shorts. Right. Okay, that's the great point. That's a very good point Echoes just pointed out. If your whole entire thing and channel is vertical content only, then sure, getting subs from the shorts feed is pretty important because that's all you focus on. I had cryptic. That's what I used to. So like, for example, I used the YouTube AI dashboard feature when I first started streaming Battlefield here. I said, based on my, I went into that and I was like, based on my channel's history, what should I do right now to start streaming Battlefield to this channel? And that's when it gave me a rundown of any video that isn't some way related to gaming and streaming, private, yeah, like anything big, like you want to have as much data. It gave me a whole breakdown. I actually just checked into it last night and I said, based off of the performance on my channel, is me including the gaming streams bad here? Should I keep the gaming streams public now? Yada, yada, yada. And it broke down. It said, okay, based off the history of your channel, a lot of what your content is focused on is more of your personality. So no, you shouldn't do this. You should keep these up. And here's what you can, and it even gave me a breakdown of based off of some of your trends, the last X amount of days and the growth of your channel overall, what you could do to incorporate this new audience of Battlefield streaming into what you've already grown your audience is you could start doing X, Y, and Z, which it gave me a list of good video ideas, which here over the next couple of weeks I'll be doing. Yeah. I don't know why I said how many monthly users does YouTube Shorts feed see alone, not including long form, and that one's got ChatGPT for a hizzy. Yeah, the YouTube AI is awesome, man. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I love that, man. Okay, maybe I should ask it something else. Let's try that. Isaiah. Okay. It must have just bugged. So just in the shorts feed, just in YouTube Shorts now, 2 billion monthly active users just in shorts. 2 billion people interact and with shorts. What's up, Raph? So you gotta think, like statistically speaking, how many of those 2 billion people don't watch long form content? As much as I hate the vertical content, just because it's designed to just rot your brain, you just keep scrolling for the next thing to give you that dopamine hit. Just as much as I dislike it, you also have to understand how it works. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So like, to the question of, yeah, but wouldn't you want to use shorts to get more subs first? Yes and no. Like, yeah, you can get more like Where I would understand it is if you're trying to reach YouTube partner, it's a little bit of a hack to do that for sure. You can, if you're a new channel, you can leverage shorts only streams to get the subscriber version of that. But then as soon as you get your subscribers up, I would immediately switch to long form streams, like regular streams, because that's where you're going to get the watch time. Let's check like one of my recent streams, for example. And I'll even check one that didn't really it didn't do the best. It didn't do the best. I want to make sure I do one that didn't. Oh, hello, boys. I want to make sure I do one that didn't like hit the algo. Okay, so like, okay. Yeah, this one was like a peak of 78 viewers. Because what do you have to do to hit partner on YouTube? 250 hours watch time on a 4-hour stream. Peak 78 viewers. 250 hours of watch time. What do you have to do to get YouTube partner? Is it 4,000 hours of watch time? So one stream alone eliminated 250 hours of watch time. That didn't really do the best. And then I had like one of the recent streams that like, so let's just say hypothetically you get a little bit of a push, like you do your tags, titles correctly, you get a little emphasis. 1,000 subs, 3 videos per year, 4,000 hours. That's how you get into the partner program. Okay, cool. So let's say you're streaming horizontals, your long form, and you get one stream push. Oh my fucking God. This is one stream, boys. This is one stream. That's one stream. 3,000 hours watch time from one stream. Uno. So like, yeah, sure, you could probably, if you want to spoof getting into the partner program, maybe use shorts to do that. But please understand, if you gain 1,000 subs doing the short streams, like you start a channel, you get 1,000 subs, the odds of 80 to 90% of those subs not being interested in your long form stuff is pretty high. But again, we're just talking this from the idea that you need to get 1,000 subs, 3 videos, and 4,000 hours to get into the partner program. So you could spoof a little bit of that. Also, good to point out, when using live stream metrics to get into the partner program, you need to keep your streams public. So if you're doing long form streams and if you're doing long form streams to YouTube and you want those hours to count towards the watch time, you have to keep them public, boys. Yeah, you have to keep them public. All right, guys, I want to keep this one short and sweet today, so that way it's consumable for people. Again, guys, if you want to see how we did the AI thumbnail and the first YouTube workshop, make sure you stop by there. I'll probably try to sneak in another one of these midweek, and we'll catch up to date on some of the YouTube Premium members who, you know, we check in and we see like what you guys are doing, what you're doing with your content, any advice that you need on your shit. Yeah, and use some of this shit. Check back in with me in the next episode. I love you, John. I miss you, Poppy. We'll have to, John, we got to figure out a game that we'll both play. I don't care if it's for funsies. I really don't give a shit. I know you won't probably play Battlefield because it actually takes skill. So, you know, I know how you are. But maybe we can find one of those wacky games to play with like the group of boys. Maybe we can find one of those wacky games to play. Yeah. I love you, Poppy. I hope you and the family well. Guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a good little holiday season. I appreciate the support, man. This has been really, really fun. I know everything's been like a change of pace lately. There's just some things I want to do in 2026, and moving everything around in a different landscape to be able to do that. It's been very nice lately. It's been very, 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 very nice. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big year, not only for myself, but for a lot of you guys, man. Let's keep fucking giving as much information as back as possible. Keep learning with each other. Keep getting those schmeedy schmeats up, boys. Appreciate y'all. I will see you guys in the next one. Gamma stream here a little bit over on the kick side if you guys want to come hang out. Love y'all. Peace.